Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to this First Alert Weather Extended Forecast. I'm Audrielle Tackett. Let's talk about what's on the way for the second half of our work week here. We know that shower and storm chances are going to increase from now through Friday. Finally, some precipitation coming back into the picture. However, that's also going to bring us fire weather concerns as those storms will initially start off fairly dry. As more moisture moves into the region, we can expect more rain, which leads to the possibility of flooding even in our mountains. So a few different threats that we're looking at this week. Looking at air quality concerns, though, these finally seem to be improving over the several days ahead of us. Of course, this smoke futurecast is not a guarantee by any means. It all depends on how the fires continue to burn, if they're contained, how our winds continue to move as well. But we can take this estimation and at least look at it, and it shows us that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we do see minor improvements in parts of southwestern Idaho. And again, this model is not predicting the air quality levels. It's predicting the density of smoke that's going to be in our skies at this time. So looking to Thursday afternoon, or evening, I should say, at 9 p.m., we're seeing colors of blue and green in parts of the Treasure Valley and in the Magic Valley. And if we look at this gauge here, we can see that means low amounts of smoke expected in our air at that time. So some good news there as we look at this shift in our weather pattern start to take shape as we move through the second half of this work week. As of Wednesday afternoon, our setup is an area of low pressure. An upper level trough is shifting into the Pacific Northwest, and it will continue to trek further eastward over the coming days. That plus an additional piece of energy is going to really shake things up in the coming days. High pressure still dominating the Four Corners area, and monsoon moisture is being directed around that area of high pressure as it moves clockwise. It will drive that moisture further northward, crossing that Idaho-Nevada border. So as of Wednesday midday, we have seen some isolated showers in areas south of Twin Falls, pretty far southern Idaho, and it hasn't been a ton of rain just yet, but more moisture will come into the region as this low pressure system does shift further eastward, moving through the northwest. Come Wednesday evening, we could see some more showers, a couple isolated thunderstorms firing off in Twin Falls County and Cassia County. It's mostly gonna impact small areas, so areas that are not extremely populated, and we'll see more of that action east of our viewing area on Wednesday afternoon. But come Thursday, that pattern shifts a little bit more. More of that monsoon moisture does shift further northward, impacting more of our region. Not going to be a lot just yet for the Treasure Valley. Still on Thursday, it will be Friday when we see those better chances. Since Thursday will be more of the initial push of monsoon moisture for most of our area, it's not going to be a lot of rain just yet. So on Thursday, our biggest threat is going to be fire risk. And that's bringing elevated fire concern because it's not a lot of moisture, plus abundant lightning is still possible with some of those thunderstorms that are coming into the region. That could also bring gusty winds. So dry weather, abundant lightning, gusty winds, all gonna bring that fire risk upward a little more. However, come Friday, when more of that moisture does finally make its way into the region, that shifts our risk a little bit to some flooding concerns, primarily in the mountains, but still something to look out for. So the chances for rain and storms increases by the time we get to Friday. The best chance will still be in our central mountains and in far southern Idaho, but places like our central mountains with steep terrain or areas with burn-scarred land will be more at risk of those flooding events possibly happening on Friday. The best chance for rain in Boise will be on Friday as well, so we can look at this precipitation potential over the next 24 to 48 hours. By Thursday evening at 5 p.m., not a lot of rain expected. A little bit of measurable precip possible in the Magic Valley. More of that chance exists in eastern Idaho, so again, out of our viewing area. By Friday night into even early Saturday Saturday morning, that rain becomes more widespread. We're looking then at the risk of heavier rain impacting certain areas. Like I said, the central mountains, far southern Idaho could get hit the hardest there. This is really where we're going to watch that flooding risk by Friday evening, even into Saturday morning, because that's where the heaviest rain will likely be. There could be some heavy rain in the west central mountains as well. This is just an estimation on how much rain we get, so these numbers are likely not going to be exact, but just gives us an idea of the pockets of heavier rain that we can expect. So not really a dumping expected in the Treasure Valley, but we'll take any little rain we can get in the City of Trees at this point, since it has been a very dry start to the month, and August is generally a dry month in general overall. Looking at the temperatures, we've seen 12 days of triple-digit heat in Boise so far this month. We're hoping for not many more, if any more at all. Not a guarantee, but typically temperatures do start to cool as we get to the end of August. Last year in 2025, we only had 7 days of triple digits in Boise, so we've already beat that. And we can see where we've been the past 11 days in Boise so far. For the month of August, we've seen 8 days above average heat. 4 of these days have already been triple digits in August. And again, we typically see temperatures start to cool. So by the end of the month, our average highs in Boise are in the mid 80s. So hopefully we start getting there in the days to come. We do expect temperatures to be a little cooler over the next couple days to round out this work week. We'll see temperatures in the 80s for Thursday and Friday. By Saturday, those temps are starting to climb again, and they will continue to climb through the beginning of the next work week. This is Monday, August 17th. We're back into the low 90s. Pretty close to average territory before then we see those temperatures fall once again. So it's a lot of ebbing and flowing with the temperatures over the next week ahead of us, but we will take those cool downs where we can get them, and hopefully we are past our peak heat for the summer. Again, not a guarantee, but that's the typical pattern we see this time of year. Looking at Twin Falls over the next several days, Twin Falls has about a 40% chance Thursday through Saturday to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, Thursday looks to be drier, so less rain before heavier rain comes on Friday and Saturday. Still looking at that fire risk as being a big threat on Thursday before the possibility of flooding comes to our mountains mostly on Friday. By Sunday, areas look to be pretty dry, not seeing much of the monsoon moisture at that point. Boise will see less chances for isolated showers and storms, but the possibility is there. Hazier skies will likely linger a little longer in Boise as well. We look at some slightly smoky skies for the next 24 to 48 hours ahead of us. By Friday, that's the better chance for rain in Boise. Those shower and storm chances do linger through Saturday before we do dry out area-wide Sunday to the beginning of the next week. And we will see those temperatures fluctuate from the 80s to 90s for the next 7 days ahead of us in the City of Trees. Thanks so much for tuning in to this First Alert Weather Extended Forecast. We'll catch you next time.